Welcome back, guys. Bedhead and all. It is about 7:30 in the morning. First cup of coffee. What do I wake up to? A resurrection of the Kansas City Chief fans case. Disclaimer notice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All information in this video is not based on fact. It is all alleged, based upon my intuition, my opinion, what I believe my tarot cards are telling me. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Okay. Thank you to Jules of True Crime Reactions. Most of you know who she is. Okay? She posted a video and I happened to see it this morning in my feed. That there is an article out there that says the charges could be filed in the case of the three best friends who were Kansas City Chief fans who went to a party at their buddy's house, Jordan Willis. I think his first name's Jordan. And they end up leaving the earthly plane, lying in his backyard in the snow and in the cold. And his story has always been that he was passed out for 2 days and didn't even know that his buddies were even out there. Okay? And this was last winter. This was I think last January, in fact. This was during the playoffs. Okay? And crazy thing is that, his doggy, which we are going to bring the divine dog out as one of the oracles. His dog, he took it to his dad's house. But there's still a discrepancy. Did he take this dog before or after the incident? This dude, since high school, was known as the dude is the go-to guy, the big rug chemist. And by the way, he was a chemist working as far as developing things and playing with things with the HIV. Okay. And he was the person that he just didn't distribute or sell you normal shit. He would ask you, how do you want to feel, etc., etc. Daisy. And he made a custom-made concoction for you. Okay, it wasn't your everyday street rug, if you will. Now, we know that there was FENT found in their system among a couple other things, I believe. Jules, she played a clip in her video of the police searching the house and them noticing chemical smells. Hello, red flag. But Willis's attorney maintains his client's innocence and says that his client is not going to be charged. They're not looking at him. Oh, by the way, let's throw in the fifth guy. There's a fifth guy that came and left before these three dudes, these three fans, right? And that fifth guy has said, I was not the last one to see them alive. And it was one of the victim's girlfriends or fiance that found them, because she broke a window to get into the basement. When she went upstairs looking out the sliding glass doors or something like that, she saw them lying in the backyard. So we're going to take a fresh new look at this case. I did cover this case on my channel here. I don't think there's a playlist for them, but you'd have to go into the true crime playlist, kind of scroll backwards to back to around January-ish, and you'll see readings there. And I think in that reading, he was guilty of sin, I believe. Okay, Willis was. Now, did he do this intentionally? I do not believe that. I don't believe that he had any kind of beef with any of the guys. I think the dude was experimenting with some ingredients that went very bad, that took them three out, and maybe he himself was not affected in the same way as they were, or he didn't take the experiment himself. And I do remember reading on that, feeling like it was an experiment that went really bad. Okay, now that's kind of a real quick rundown. I'm not saying their names because off the top of my head, it's escaping me. It's been so long. But Willis sticks out. Okay. And these guys had a history. They went to high school together. And he was known way back in high school as the go-to guy. You want something a little something special? Mr. Willis was the guy to go to. Okay? And of course, that dog thing is very suspicious and raises an eyebrow or two. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dig into this. So let's see what the cards have to say. And we're going to start with the Divine Dog. The last time I used this deck, I couldn't remember the name of it. Then I came across it, the Divine Dog. There is a dog tarot deck I would love to get my hands on. I have it on my wish list in Amazon. I just found it last night. Loneliness, longing to belong. That's interesting. Contentment. Gratitude. This is interesting energy. I would say Willis was a lonely type. And he wanted to belong. He wanted to be accepted. So he came up with this thing about he found his purpose to make him belong. Okay? Where he felt like he had a purpose, where he belonged. That made him happy. And he showed gratitude by maybe even giving free samples. And he had an arrogance about him. Okay. I'm the greatest chemist. I could create the greatest shit. I'm the only person that's doing this. A little bit of arrogance. That gratitude and contentment turned into arrogance. You need me now. Okay. I'm your guy. You need me now. But the whole thing with this, alchemy is what I'll call it, was based on looking for purpose. Looking for his path. The path to acceptance. Okay. This is another word deck because even though I purchased the deck, I did not print it because of lack of ink at the time. So I just took what was on the cards and wrote them on blank tarot cards. This is the 1111 True Crime Oracle. She doesn't have it available anymore. She said the file is corrupt. Gee, maybe I need to contact her. Hey, Mama D, I still have the file. I have it saved. What computer is it on? That's the thing. Okay. Dogs are opening and closing the bathroom door. I hear them. Unreal. Okay. Hidden box, locked away, sealed secret. Something in a box that is sealed. Mother, primary, female, feminine type. What does mother have to do with this? Public. The city, the public. Excuse me. That's very interesting. Primary female. Why does this happen every time I go to do an important reading? Don't know why. Burned, lit up, fueled. Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. Did a mother figure or parental figure of Jordan Willis's destroy evidence? That's what I'm getting. Did she destroy some evidence? She or he? That there was some evidence. Mama knows about it. Or a prominent female knows about it. But destroyed some important evidence. And maybe that's why this attorney, and I'm wondering if that could be the mother could be representing the attorney also, even though male or female, you know. There was evidence destroyed according to these cards. Let's get a feel for where things are going. Okay. What's going on here with this case? What is going on with this case? What's going on with this case? What is going on with this case? The well. Something deep. Something could have been burned or buried. The fish. Oh, deep pockets, deep money. The fish has resources. Typically money, finances. It was like he was raking in the money. There's the man. The man, this is a man who's raking in the money. Who was lying and deceiving. Something was wrong. The product that brought him money. The man money, there was something wrong with it. And in order to secure his future, I don't know if he had children, but there's something new. In order to secure... there's a woman and a child. Did he have any children? It's like to secure the future for his family. Now, he did work for big corporation, yes. In the public. We got the public card over here. Big public corporation. As we know, he was working on HIV stuff. Now there was some kind of communication where he was faced with some kind of decision and he had to commit to. This is almost reminding me of a text message that he was talking about. Once he makes a decision, he can't go back from it. I'm wondering what that is. I really am. Okay. Put that aside, okay. Mildred was calling me. Mini Mildred. This is Mini Mildred. And there's really no real way of shuffling a deck this tiny. I don't know how Alicia Wicker does it. I want her to be shown about this. I shit you not. That reminds me of stuff you smoke. That was bringing in money. The product. Are you shitting me, Herb? Are you fucking shitting me? There's confirmation right there. He had a product that day. Show me the fox. Something went wrong and totally blew up. Holy shit! Can you read that? Poison. There was something very poisonous about the product that he produced that blew up, that went very, very wrong, as I said. I really want to know about the security and the child. And we got this woman again, too. Ribbon. We got to tie this up neatly. We got to tie up loose ends. That mother card. Is his mother still around? The mother protecting her child. That is a twist I was not expecting. The rope, the lifeline. And tying up loose ends. You need to tie up loose ends. Here. So that I close the door on this. Okay. I want to know more about this woman. I think that this is the mother and child. Fire. Arson, fire. Burned. A woman burned evidence that was of importance. Whatever that evidence had, okay? Whatever importance it was, it would have sealed somebody's fate. This is about growth and potential. Burning up any type of potential of any kind of charges or negativity coming towards the child, her son. Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. Everybody's innocent in the court of law until proven guilty. This is very obvious here, okay? And she's protecting him and his career that he has. Now we have a text message here about a decision, a choice that the choice was made and he has to stick to it. He's got to be committed to it. The chalice. It was to somebody that he loved. About a liquid. Remember what he was doing. A wish. I wish this would happen. I wish this would. I feel like he wishes it would not have happened. I need more though. A letter about his wishes, what he wanted. Oh. What the evidence that was burned had to do with certain ingredients in his concoction that caused this disaster to begin with. The message was to somebody giving them instructions on what he wanted done. The hag, and the feminine. I'm telling you, and she did the evil thing. There is somebody that knows. Now, the hag in this deck, she's, she gives you that very witchy vibe. Witchy bitchy vibe, But, she represents nightmares and fears, malicious encounters, bizarre things. And yes, this is a very bizarre case. But this is somebody who maliciously or purposefully, over here, destroyed crucial evidence. Gonna make it harder to prove. Now again, I think there's something with the dog. We will find out. Okay. And there was about a decision. It's like, I think he gave her the choice whether she wanted to get involved or not. He may have had another option, another go-to to help him dispose of any evidence, but he gave her a decision, and he told her if she did this, They got to have an agreement. They got to have their story straight. There's got to be a commitment here. Water. There's the substance. I'm seeing the water as part of the concoction. I think so. Whatever this was, there was something in liquid form. Okay. That, however, there was evidence in that house that was left behind that did not get totally destroyed. Shield. Police have it. The shield typically represents some level of protection, shielding oneself from something. But when I see this shield in true crime, I often think of the police. The police shield their badge. That's exactly what that makes me think of. And this is saying to me, the police found some residue or some trace of a liquid that was not, that they thought was fully destroyed. Show me this ring. The dragon. I'm here. First thing that came to mind, the breathing dragon, dragon lady. And the foot. Okay. The dragon lady definitely had a part in this. Okay. The dragon does represent some magnificent power and strength and courage, honor. This could be a good fortune, and it represents a guardian. Okay, and the foot, that is number 61, right? Yeah, that is number 61. The foot represents balance, stability, mortality, a connection for earthly affairs. Now, so we have a protector here, a guardian, that is kind of keeping Jordan stable. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I'm picking these up in case I need these cards again. Okay. That was very interesting. So from here, let me just mix these up a little bit. No, I'm not taking any cards. Just trying to shuffle a little bit. Okay. From here, I actually want to dig into the crime itself a little bit deeper. Okay. This is Tarot of the Owls or something like that. I don't remember the exact name of the deck, but it's some kind of Owls Tarot. Tarot of the Owls or something. Wisdom of the Owls, maybe. Can't remember exactly. I remember ordering this deck twice because the first time it was an open box and somebody took the deck out and replaced it with a totally different deck, a cheaper deck, and returned it to Amazon, and Amazon didn't even check the box. That person says, oh, I don't like this deck, returns it, gets their money back, and I ended up with a deck that I did not want. I wanted this deck, and trying to fight with Amazon about it, you know, but I ended up placing another order for it. You know, this deck cost, I think at the time it was like $35, which is not a cheap tarot deck. Okay. And hi, if you're new to my channel, when I shuffle, sometimes I talk and gab and make small talk with my viewers. It's just my way of mindlessly shuffling the cards, because I already have my spread out. The Spirit already knows what questions are going to be answered. And they let me know when the cards are ready. Okay, so the crime itself, King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody, a mature male, and I think all these people were somewhere late 30s into their early 40s, by the way. A mature male. Occupations include anything from counseling to some kind of nurturing role to medicine, medical. Boom. That's Jordan. Right dead center around this situation. And what has been the obstacle for justice? The Magician in the reverse. That is Jordan making things disappear. And trickery. Okay? Magician in reverse is definite trickery. It's not just using your resources. It's not just a mastery or something. Yes, they are an illusion. They make things look one way when it's something else. This is a total disappearing act. Okay? I'm just going to do this. Total disappearing act. And what hidden influences was impacting this investigation, this crime? High Priest of Secrets, witness, somebody who knows. And that's not somebody, not just Jordan, Willis, but somebody else knows exactly what happened. Because there was a text message that went out. Hey, this is what happened. I need help. But if you choose to come down the road with me and help me, I have to know that you're committed to this, and you're not going to turn me in, that you're not going to talk. You know, I'm in a bad situation. Right? Now, what happened prior to these men losing their lives that led up to this? The Empress in the reverse. Being careless, not taking care of things. A selfishness. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think there may have been a disagreement in that house that night between Willis and one of the victims, at least. But there was a lack of care. You know, very selfish. It's all about me, me, me. I don't care. I'm being careless with the potential harm it could have on my buddies here. And the motivation behind all this, behind not necessarily the crime, because what I'm not getting that when he came up with this concoction that he wanted to unalive anybody. Do I think he needs to be brought up on the big M charges? Maybe second degree or third degree maybe manslaughter, but I think he was responsible. And he needs to be brought up on rug charges. Okay? Wrongful DEATH. Stuff like that. And then but this was the past that led up to it. The motivation. Wow. The Four of Swords. Or Five of Swords, I'm sorry. Bullying. Intimidation. So this is kind of telling me that there was an argument at the house. But there's something sly here. I almost feel like, now I'm pairing, I do this often when I get a row, I will, the basic meaning, and then if anything else jumps out at me. Taking the positions out. Almost like purposely deceiving these victims. What I'm seeing, I am seeing and hearing him almost manipulating these guys into being his guinea pigs, but not telling them that they were guinea pigs. I think he lied to them and says, hey, I've used this before. This is great. You're going to love this. This is the perfect football game. Hors d'oeuvre. You know what I'm saying. I was trying to think of a good word that YouTube wouldn't flag. Okay? Appetizer. We'll call it an appetizer. Okay? It's telling him, hey, this is an excellent appetizer. I've had this before at other games. This makes a football game even more fun. And so it almost feels like a bit of deception behind what was going on there. I think you understand what I'm saying. Now, that was the motivation. The future direction. These are steps that are in the process of possibly being taken right now. This is like the next steps in the case. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. That kingpin. This reminds me of a kingpin. With holding the money, making that good living, having that good career, the businessman. In the reverse, tumbling and falling on his head. This is somebody losing. It's almost like taking down a kingpin. The king, the big guy, the big business guy. In the investigation, and I think they are keeping this on the down low. The attorney doesn't think he's going to be charged. Let's move forward. Now, what is Jordan Willis's current state of mind or emotional state, or how's he feeling? Page of Cups in the reverse. He's totally disconnected. He feels nothing. This, to me, is like a numbness. In the upright, I would say there are some emotions. Presenting emotions, even if it's a stinky emotion, like with, if it'll focus, with the fish in the cup, typically is a stink. That's why you'll hear like 1111 Tarot say it's a stinky offer, or other readers say, there's a fish in the cup, something is not as it seems. In the reverse, this almost feels fake, faking emotions. His mental state, he's very disconnected. Okay? I might have to get some clarifications on that. And then other people involved. External factors or influences. Temperance in the reverse. A lack of balance, a lack of healing, a lack of moderation. So, and I feel like I just heard devil. Addiction. Okay. External factors. This does not have to be a person. This is just an influence that is impacting the whole case, the whole scenario. Has to do with addiction. Boom. And it was also said in this article that Jules had read on her channel that he did check himself into rehab. I'm kind of wondering if the reason why Willis did not meet the same fate as those three other fans of his, buddies of his, was because maybe he was taking this stuff and he built up some sort of tolerance and made it stronger and stronger so that he could keep on feeling good. And then he goes and gives that same thing to his buddies, but it was too strong for them. They had no tolerance like he did. That was just something, a download that I had received. Okay. Now, let's look at the investigators, their hopes. The Hierophant. They're hoping to bring this to court. What's their fears? Knight of Pentacles. They're afraid it's going to take a long time to bring to court. They're hoping to get this in front of a judge. Grand jury. That's why I'm not seeing judgment here. I was feeling judgment, but it's not the final judgment. That's why the Hierophant is here. A higher power, an extremely high power. A judge. They're hoping they can get a judge to sign off on this, to bring an indictment, or to hoping to get in front of a grand jury of some sort. That's what they're hoping. They're hoping they have enough evidence to to take it to trial. They're fearing that it may take a long time, that it is very slow progress. But let me point something out, that once in a great while you may hear this. Don't hear it very often, especially in the true crime tarot reading community. One thing about that Knight of Pentacles: slow and steady wins the race. So my gut impression is, if it takes a while, let it take a while. because then there's less chance of a mistake than if you go trying to rush something to trial. Okay, potential resolution. What is the potential resolution or the long-term implications? Five of Pentacles in the reverse. A cold case being thought up. These men that were literally left out in the cold. It being resolved. Three of Pentacles. There's the three guys. And it's in the reverse because they're not on this earthly plane anymore. And the Emperor. We got some high people in high places on this case. So I want to ask, does this mean the long term that justice could be served? I want to know, is justice going to be served? And I got a flying card. It almost like, it like kind of fluttered its way to the floor, almost like angel wings. And I got to get it. Page of Swords, the truth being told. This makes me think of the investigators. They have been investigating this case for a while. We've got the star and we've got the moon. We're seeing all the hidden stuff that went on here coming into the spotlight. Investigators they have something. So my analysis here is there is definitely the potential. It's early on, but the way things are going, it feels like justice. It really does. And some final thoughts. I'm not using my inheritance. Money. That's a 10 of Pentacles. The idea of the Ten of Pentacles. The idea of generations. The sun. Light being shed on the family. I'm telling you, that mother figure, that female that I keep picking up on in this read, that did something with evidence, doesn't have to be literally a woman. It could be a father figure, a masculine that has those nurturing, loving, feminine qualities. Okay? The veil. It's like the veil, it's being unveiled. The olive tree. This runs deep. It's close to home. It's definitely family. Communication. That text message. Holy shit. Police have that too. The text message. The communication amongst family members here that they thought they hid out of view between the son and a family member, a parental figure. And I think other family members know exactly what's going on here. Okay, let's add these up to get the total underlying energy for this message. 10, 11. 11 and 7 is 18. 18 and 6, 18. 24. 24 and 9 is 33. I shit you not. 33 is a master number, guys. It is a huge number. Okay? 33. It's like double trouble of expansion. Groups of people in the community. The community knew exactly what he was all about. Now, card 33 in this deck is a yes. It's the yes card. So, that is telling me that I am on the right track with this. Even if nobody else brings up a family member of Willis, I bet you, there's one involved. Okay, let's get another line here. The home. Wow. The home. Roadblock. The home was their last stop of the victims. They did not go anywhere else. I think they wanted to say that the group of guys, Willis said that he said goodnight to them and they went out the door. They didn't go any further than his house. That is what that is saying. And the man. Got the man again. Something evil, something negative, incubus, succubus. It is like a demonic energy that is very toxic. This is codependent type energy as well. A very negative the man came up with a very negative concoction to suck the life out of 3 men at his home. And the roadblock reminds me of the yard. One more. The fox, and there's the woman. There was definitely, and this is also reiterating, we got the fox here, we got the fox here. There is definitely something wrong with that concoction. And we got, and woman, and the fox is feminine energy as well. The other woman, or a liar. Okay. The sneak. Fox are sneaky and resourceful. I'm telling you. And I'm just leaving it open that it could be a male with feminine qualities. But my gut tells me there's a woman involved in the cover-up. And it's a relative. Now, behind this, we have 4, 5, 9. 9 and 13 is 22. No, 9. Yeah, 9 and 13 is 22. 22 and 6 is 28. 28 and 12. 28, 38, 39, 40. This could be a double card. Numerology, 40 would reduce to a 4, which represents either being stuck in something, the building blocks, somebody organizing. So this could be somebody organizing the disposal of evidence for the anchor, the stability of and security of somebody's livelihood, their life in general. Okay. And then 40 in this deck is the earthquake. The earthquake, the volcano, the eruption happened within this man's home. And that's where the investigation stops, there at his home. Card 4 in this deck is Straight Razor. Straight Razor in this deck is a sudden action. Boom. Sudden cutoff. Boom. Sometimes it represents an accident. So this is telling me the sudden reaction, the earthquake, the sudden upheaval that happened in the home was an accident, but it was an accident that shouldn't have happened because somebody being careless, experimenting with ingredients like an alchemist that should never have been given to his buddies, these 3 guys. This is something that was definitely preventable. Again, I stand by my saying that he did not intentionally try to vote them off the island, but they were voted off the island by accident. I do feel very strongly it was the amount, not just what the ingredients were. It was the amount. Overdid it, overindulged. And somebody neglecting to warn them, hey, that's a little bit much. You're not used to this. I've been doing this for quite a while. I've got a tolerance you don't. Why didn't he do that? The money. Even if he offered it to them for free, he expected them to be a walking billboard, a walking word of mouth. Hey, Jordan Willis has this great new product line. You got to go check it out. We tried it. You know, money was a motivator behind this. And I'm going to stop there. This is where I am going to drop the mic.